North Atlantic, March 17, 1943, midnight. The sea is a black heaving wall pounding the Liberty ship SS Westbrook as she fights through the swell. On the bridge, Captain James Bannerman wipes freezing spray from his face and mutters,
"They're out there, listening."
600 yards away, 400 feet below, the German U-boat U-762 drifts in absolute darkness. Hydrophone operator whispering,
"Contact, Herr Kallion. Multiple screws, very loud. Convoy, 40 ships at least."
The captain smiles, and in the Westbrook's galley, a young cook named Tommy Lawson pauses mid-scrub because something in the ship's vibration suddenly feels wrong. A deep shudder rolls through the hull, rattling pans from their hooks. Tommy freezes. He knows this vibration, the thrum of the propeller, the heartbeat of the ship, but tonight there's something new beneath it, a strange, hollow pulse, almost like an echo. On the bridge, Bannerman spots a streak of white cutting through the dark.
"Torpedo wake, port side."
The alarm bell erupts. Men tumble from bunks. Boots slam onto metal decks. Tommy grips the counter as the Westbrook jerks into a hard turn. The engine roars, the hull groans, and that hollow pulse returns. He doesn't know it yet, but this tiny anomaly, noticed by the cook nobody listens to, will shake the entire battle of the Atlantic. The torpedo misses by inches. A geyser of white water erupts beside the bow. Depth charges thunder from an escort ahead, shaking the hull like distant earthquakes. Tommy rushes into the engine room. Steam hisses. Metal screams under strain. The chief engineer, McAllister, spots him instantly.
"Lawson, what in God's name are you doing down here?"
But Tommy doesn't answer. He's crouched by the bulkhead, one hand pressed to the steel. There it is again, that hollow booming pulse every time the propeller bites the sea.
Chief, do you hear that? Like the ocean is answering back.
A cook, he doesn't know the science, but he knows what he hears. And no admiral, no engineer, no physicist has ever heard it. A distant whoomp rolls through the hull. Another ship has been hit. The engine room falls silent for a heartbeat, and Tommy hears it. Not the explosion, not the screaming metal, but the silence that follows. Tommy whispering,
Chief, when the ship fills with water, its noise stops.
Aye, because it's sinking.
No, don't you get it? The water kills the vibration. The U-boats can't hear it anymore.
McAllister stares at him, baffled, and Tommy realizes something terrifying. If he's right, the entire Allied strategy is wrong. McAllister waves him off. "Lawson, you're a cook. Leave engineering to the engineers." But Tommy presses his ear to the hull again. Every turn of the propeller shakes the steel. Loud, predictable, a beacon for waiting U-boats. But beneath it, that hollow resonance. The ocean is trying to swallow the noise. Tommy steps back, pulse pounding.
Chief, what if we flood parts of the ship on purpose? Not enough to sink us, just enough to make us quiet.
McAllister explodes.
Flood the ship? Boy, that's suicidal.
But Tommy barely hears him because another explosion rocks the convoy and the sea goes silent again. By dawn, 3 ships are gone. Tommy can't sleep. He sketches diagrams on ration paper, water-filled chambers welded around the prop shaft, rubber bladders pressed against engine mounts, sealed pockets acting like liquid sound blankets. McAllister catches him.
For God's sake, Lawson, you're a cook, not an engineer.
I'm not trying to invent something. I'm trying to keep us alive.
Depth charges rumble in the distance. Tommy feels the vibration in the deck plates. By the time the Westbrook reaches Liverpool, Tommy's notebook is overflowing. None of it looks professional. All of it looks insane. The crew steps onto the cold stone pier, grateful to be alive. Most head for pubs or warm beds, but he walks straight toward Western Approach's command headquarters and into history. A guard blocks the entrance.
"Restricted area."
I need to talk to someone about convoy noise. I have an idea.
The guard scoffs. Shore Patrol grabs him.
"That's enough, Yank."
A voice cuts the air.
Wait.
Commander Peter Gretton, gaunt and furious after losing 13 ships, descends the stairs. He studies Tommy like a problem no one asked for.
You, cook, explain yourself.
And Tommy does. Tommy unloads everything. Engine vibrations, sinking ship silence, water as acoustic insulation. When he finishes, Gretton says flatly,
Water inside a ship is called sinking. Ridiculous.
Tommy blurts,
Not if it's controlled. Sealed chambers. Water absorbs vibration better than steel, better than air.
Gretton freezes.
Say that again.
Water is the best sound blanket in the world.
A long silence. Then Gretton murmurs,
God help me. Come with me.
Dry Dock 7. HMS Snowdrop battered but afloat. Gretton lays it out.
No admiralty, no paperwork. If this fails, we never spoke.
Lieutenant Whitby, Snowdrop's chief engineer, climbs down from a scaffolding, wiping his hands.
"This the genius?"
Staring at Tommy like he's a stray dog. Tommy opens his notebook. Gretton scans the sketches and then looks up.
Start welding.
For 3 days, they work like criminals, cutting oil drums, welding them to the shaft housing, filling them with seawater, hiding everything under tarps. It looks absurd. It looks wrong. It looks revolutionary. Finally, on March 28th, Snowdrop slides into the Mersey River for the test. Tommy stands on deck, heart hammering, as the corvette idles forward. A mile away, the submarine HMS Tracker submerges, hydrophones deployed. Everyone waits. A signal lamp flashes across the water.
Hear you clear as day. No change.
The first test fails. The drums leak, but Tommy sees it instantly.
They weren't full. Seal them completely.
Gretton nods.
3 more days.
April 2nd, second test. Snowdrop races across the river. Tracker submerges 1,000 yards away. Silence. Long, painful silence. Then the submarine erupts from the water. Signal lamp flashing wildly.
Lost you at 400 yards. No detection. Impossible results.
Tommy nearly collapses. Whitby stares like he's seen a ghost. Gretton whispers.
My God, it actually works.
Admiralty Boardroom, April 5th. Gretton presents the data.
Detection reduced from 12 miles to 400 yards.
The room explodes. Admiral Horton silences them.
Mr. Lawson, explain.
Tommy does. Slowly, simply. Water absorbs vibration.
No vibration, no acoustic signature, no signature, and no U-boat detection.
A long, cold silence. Then Admiral Horton says,
Gentlemen, we are going to test this in combat.
April 22nd. Convoy on 184 sails, 43 ships, 6 modified with Lawson's invention. The Wolfpack moves to attack, 37 U-boats listening in the dark. April 25th, 2:14 a.m. Aboard U-542, hydrophone operator.
Some ships very loud, others they vanish.
Ships do not vanish.
The 6 Lawson ships glide through the Wolfpack unseen. 18 hours later, 9 vessels are lost. But not a single modified ship is touched. Gretton signals London.
Acoustic dampening effective. Recommend fleet-wide adoption.
Tommy Lawson, a cook with no rank and no credentials, had just changed the fate of the Atlantic. The cook who silenced the Atlantic. In the months that followed, Gretton's message swept through Western Approach's command like wildfire. What began as an unauthorized experiment welded together in the shadows of a dry dock soon became official doctrine. By July 1943, nearly 850 Allied merchant ships had been fitted with Lawson's water-filled acoustic dampening chambers. Installation time dropped from days to hours. Costs plummeted, efficiency skyrocketed. And the result? Catastrophic for the U-boats. Before Lawson's modification, U-boats detected convoys at over 11 miles. Afterward, detection ranges dropped to less than half a mile. Wolfpacks that once hunted with impunity now stumbled blindly into destroyers, aircraft, and counterattacks. Their greatest weapon, acoustic detection, had been neutralized by a cook with a notebook. May 1943, now known as Black May, saw 41 U-boats destroyed, a quarter of Germany's entire operational submarine force. German Admiral Karl Donitz calls it the blackest month of the submarine arm. The hunters had become the hunted.